No, I knew Josh was going to do this. Yeah, fraud Dweebs Network. Because, man, Kansas City Accountability got supposedly illegally arrested. Then they trying to make a claim that he was casing the bank, and Josh is running with that like a dumbass. But yeah, David did cover that, then Danny did. We'll get to their channel, but first I want to do Josh. I want to see these comments, Don't even play a bunch of the video at all. I just want to show what the comments are about. Look, yeah, absolutely crazy as well. Give me a second. All right, look at that. About time, yeah. See, it's crazy, See, and that's the thing about Josh, these fraud Dweebs Network, they're minions. They're blue line, they're thin blue line lovers. They have the attitude, back to blue, only blue lives matter. Yeah. I'm the type of person, Danny, I can see was, it's pro about rights, or except First Amendment rights, and exposing bad cops. Like, oh, look at that. Cops 1, auditor 0. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Saying what waste a piece of life.
I should have said this one, Ricknick with bubble bones.
Huh. Never identified. We need you in jail as long as possible. Yeah, see, these people are too stupid, Like we know that we know that we're just a product of the system. We're product placement, man. We're just a slave. We're just a number. Oh, look at Culturewood, dude. That guy is so unhinged, man. That guy needs a fucking padded cell, man. Threatening, murder, unalive as defense attorney, but that's the whole nother subject for another video, another time. Not this time. Culturewood, man, what a joke. Always bitch about the blue wrench model, but yeah, nothing bad. Look at this guy. Hats off to Officer Bailey. Job well done. Wow. Oh my God. Yes, very progressive. He has served 17 years in show. Yeah. What has he done for 17 years? Oh, has he really protected the community? Nah. How many people has he rights he's violated? Unlawfully arrested and making a frivolous, trumped up charges. Probably hundreds, not thousands. Yeah. Then they're bitch about because Kansas City Accountability's got cash out. So he's not like he's going up there and forcing people to donate. I mean, maybe people want to donate because he does good work. Maybe people want to donate to someone's Cash App or BitChute or PayPal because maybe people like the content people produce. They want to show their love. You got one that he wasn't arrested for casing the bank. He was arrested for refusing to identify, which he wasn't even a suspect. You got in this day, the cops go out to him like, we got to call but suspicious, and they tell you like, or they want ID because you're like, no, they want your ID so they can run your name through the system and hope you got a warrant. At this day and age, cops need a reasonable articulated suspicion that you committed a crime, about to commit a crime, or committing a crime. And Kansas City Accountability wasn't committing no crime. He was just filming in a public setting. I mean, I've always sit there and say, you can't trespass the eye. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people want to bitch about people like, well, what fuck? The eye see what the camera see. It's crazy. He wasn't casing the piece. He didn't know. Josh Mims is going to run with that narrative. Like it's just so crazy. It's just like that some in the dirty dojo freaks up in Scotty's or like Fellamon. Like it's what they say. The mimics run with the narrative. Absolutely. No, they never got his name, so that's why they had to label him as a John Doe. And he was in for 2 hours, and guess what? They realized they screwed up, so they had no choice but to release him, and they ended up dropping out the same spot where they arrested him. We'll show that.
Each and every time I play this one, it gets willed. It's just standard now.
Gee, that's funny. He sat in jail for 2 hours, numbnuts. Because they knew it was a bogus charge they did. He didn't know he did nothing. He got on 2 hours later. Jesus. Once you find the details of the story before you make stupid comments, you fucking fraud and mimian fucks. Yeah, go lick another boot off your fucking police officer in your area. Yep, don't forget to kiss the ring. Say, yeah, as you go around and say, back to blue, only blue lives matter, you dumb fucks. Jesus. Yeah, see, these comments just go on and on and on and on. Yeah. All right, enough of that. Let's get to Danny Cipher. Okay, let's read the comment. Okay, so we got Danny Cipher here. Ignorant cop forced to bring guy back after 2 hours. See, 2 hours. And the thing about Josh's followers, they don't know that. They just think, oh, he's sitting in jail. No, he got out 2 hours. No charges. No charges with false, fabricated arrest. And then they run with the narrative that Josh put up to say he was casing a bank. How is it? If you're casing a bank, you'll be like, oh, I'm filming the window. Yeah, this is casing. He was in the park on the street. He wasn't casing, but he didn't zoom in on the bank. People make assumptions, and the mummy just follow it. All right, here we go. 17 years doing his job wrong. He is a liability. Got that right. All right. How many people lives has this idiot destroyed? Good point. Proof positive, exactly. He studied law for hundreds of hours, knows nothing, and he brags about it. Shows just how ignorant they actually are. What an arrogant asshole, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, when I watched it, I was like, God damn, it made me upset. But in the outcome, I was like, fuck yeah, man. They know they're screwed up, so they had to release him. Yeah, me too. Have cops like this, period, instead of this being a quick, we all know, this is the norm. Talk about video that shows the state of police in America. Yeah, this is exactly how police officers are in America and to this day. If you don't kiss their ass and kiss the ring and lick their boobs, they're gonna fucking make up charge and arrest your ass. And like I said, they want your ID so they can run the system and hope you have a warrant. Because we're not a land of free. We're just a product placement. We're a slave. We're nothing but a number to police officers. You got some cops out there they have the attitude like everybody is suspicious. Everyone is a suspect. Imagine having hundreds of hours of study and still not knowing people's right. Exactly. What did Danny say? Right, bro. Exactly. Yep. Ron went for 17 years. Got that right. Amen to that. This arrest must have been made by two of America's dumbest police officers. They cannot reason. They cannot see the situation. They cannot distinguish what is right and reasonable. They don't know basic laws. Their low-level intelligence is appalling. This also applies to the police management that employs them. This must have consequences for the officers. From my perspective, these officers cannot continue in their jobs. They are not suitable. They do not have the necessary qualifications. Everything is simply terrible and must be stopped. Let us all expose these officers and this police leadership who are not worthy of the trust they have been given, and they must be tried in court on the public opinion. Got that right? Yeah. Yeah, well, they had a call, so your rights are negated. They think a dispatch call gives them more power. The first thing this cop should have known is when he can ID in red. What a clown show of a police department. Yeah, fuck yeah, it is. It's a clown poop show. Nothing but clowns, nothing but bozos in a clown suit. That's what they are. Like here's the deal Brian said. Yeah.
Jason, Salim, everyone joining the live. On promo zone.
Yeah, Bailey's a fool. Good job, bud. Yeah. All right. Let's hear the alto of the tape. Let me go back up. Okay. Let's go back here. This is after the point when they dropped him off and released him.
Let me get my stuff, y'all. Y'all already know what's next. Y'all already know what we gotta do.
Yes, sir.
All right, so if y'all like what y'all see,
FOIA request. Trying to make a complaint.
Want to support me? I did this for y'all. The people in the comments, they said, "Hey, we want to see y'all take that ride. Take that ride. Show you down for us, for real, for real." So it's all for the people. I took that ride for y'all.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
See, where's he at? Where's he at? In a parking lot.
Hit that subscribe button.
There's so many stores, a bank. Oh yeah, just because you recorded something. Oh, he's casing the joint. He's casing the bank. He's casing the store. Get the fuck out of it, man.
These guys are insane. He brags about his 17 years of, I've been a cop and I've been doing this 1,000 times over 17 years. So he blatantly admits to violating people's rights over and over and over because he can't read the basic statute and understand it. Just with all the violations and everything that happened in this video, this guy needs to be stripped of this costume and put in jail. They say, oh, we're not violating your rights. We're not stopping you from recording. We're just here to intimidate you and steal your papers from you and check you for warrants because you're recording in public. Doesn't matter if they stop him. Look at everything else they're doing, all because he's recording. The bank can call and say whatever they want. They showed up, nothing's going.
Let me stop that for a minute too. You know, I think it's so crazy. We're just having like this controversy, like, we, the First Amendment, rights people. We always talk about, it is our right to go out and film in public, take pictures in public, whatever the eyes. Like I said, you can't trespass the eyes. Our camera's going to see the same thing as our eyes say. I mean, what's next? I mean, you're going to have people talk about, or if you look at a female too long because she's wearing a beautiful dress, or she's got some sexy tight leggings, you're thinking, damn, man, that chick looks hot, man. She's smoking. God, what a sexy little booty she got. Next night leg. I mean, somebody was ear minding that shit, like, man, woo. Somebody's like, what the fuck, bro? You're like, bro, yeah, man, you can't trespass the eyes. But you know that Thin Blue Light lover was probably going to be snitching on you, see something to say something. Oh, yeah, you're like, oh, that's suspicion like that. Like I said, you can't trespass the eyes. But anyways, yeah. It just amazed me. And you got these Thin Blue Line lovers in the Fraud of Dweebs Network talk about, and they want public photography to be a crime or illegal, or you need to get a permit or license, or there should be, like, if you get caught filming public, you should be arrested, go to jail, and have your equipment seized. I mean, it's crazy.
Going on, they don't see anything suspicious. There's no crimes being committed.
Exactly.
If they simply got out and had a consensual conversation with them and ended it at that, like they're supposed to, they would have looked great. But this manager, his ego, couldn't let it go. And the pig straight up lies to his face. He says, am I legally required to give it to you? And the cop says, yes. Which proves he really just doesn't know anything he's blabbing about. The cop still has to have reasonable suspicion of a crime to get his ID. He can't just show up and say, wow, you're not doing anything wrong at all.
I'll just say, well, we got a call, like, it kind of looks like you're casing the bank, or you're recording, holding camera and recording everything in public is suspicious. No, you need to have a reasonable, articulated suspicion that this guy is committing a crime, about to commit a crime, or committed a crime. And these guys, these bozo clowns in a clown suit, didn't even have all that. Holding a, you're filming public. Okay, yeah, you can film and take place, but we're gonna need your ID because you're suspicious. What kind of logic bullshit is that?
Haven't seen you do anything wrong at all. Let me get that ID, punk. They're strictly using their costume and that little tin badge on their shirt to get over and use the city accountability
Cracker Bites
when
toy
he's done
badge
absolutely
at
nothing wrong, and there's no lawful grounds to demand his ID.
I mean, it's like these clowns are wearing a blue uniform. I mean, shit. Without the clown playing, bozo. Yeah, I mean, fuck them. They almost look like clowns. I mean, it makes me want to go out there. Hey, officer, can I squeeze your nose? Look like hell. Fuck. You did that, they'll fucking go hands on you.
Idiot truly said, I am the subject matter on the law out of the two of them. which is how
Shit.
it should be. I feel like if you're going to be out there acting as a public servant and acting as a police officer, you know what I mean, pretending to enforce these laws,
Yeah.
you should know what they are. You're clearly not the expert on the matter. This citizen that has no training, no schooling, none of the stuff you've been through that we paid for you to go through knows it, but you don't. You're not an expert. You're a clown. And they really believe they're not.
Oh yeah, and here's another thing too. How the hell can you expect a police officer to know everything about the law and whatnot in 6 months? It takes a long 8 years to know everything about the law because they have to go to school and study for it like that before they go to the bar and examine and get their degree. You can't. In some countries, it takes a police officer at least 2 years to know. And then when they get their badge and uniform, they're just trainees. They're just backup for their veteran seasoned partner, just rookies. I mean, you give it. It's like these cops in the United States of America. They're supposed to get trained in 6 months. Oh, here's your uniform, here's your badge, here's your gun, like that. Yeah, they don't know. They don't even know the basics. It's like this. You go out to a police officer. I bet you 1 out of 3 police officers wouldn't even know what the fundamental, what First Amendment is. They're like, well, what is it? Well, I'll tell you what it is. First Amendment is freedom of speech, press, religion, assemble, petition. That's what it is. They don't even know the base of that shit. They don't even, or it's like this, they don't even care about your rights. Like the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, you know, Sixth Amendment, Eighth Amendment, Ninth Amendment, 14th Amendment. They don't know any of that shit, or they just don't care.
Not there violating his rights because they're not stopping him from recording, as they said. But they are there while he's doing a constitutionally protected activity,
Exactly.
doing absolutely nothing wrong, intimidating him, demanding his papers when there's no crime. There's no nothing. And since he didn't budge, they violated more of his rights. They literally kidnapped him. How did these fools kidnap him? And yet,
Yeah, they
all
kidnapped
do
him
is
and they
bring him back to
locked
where
him
they
in a
kidnapped
cage
him from.
for 2
For some
hours.
reason, they're not charged. They're not put in jail. And this fool gets to go out and do it again tomorrow. That's the
Yeah.
only reason he's been doing this for 17
years, violating people's
is
rights.
because of the police department, the town, the unions protect him. After 17 years, if this is still what he's doing,
And then it's so funny was that some of the blue line bootlickers and those fraudulent weed mimians, they go around saying Officer Bailey is a hero. They're like the same motherfuckers that go around saying Officer Matthew Kruger is a hero. Like, you kidding me? He's a fucking thug. He put hands on a female, made her unconscious. I mean, it's crazy what resorting people logic are about police officers.
Camden, right?
I mean, you got motherfuckers go like that saying, you need to be locked up if you're sitting there applauding if a dirty cop gets injured on the line of duty. Hey, it's my thoughts, it's my rights, it's on my First Amendment free speech. It's called freedom of speech.
clearly is not going to grasp this job and understand what it's about, and he needs to be fired. If he doesn't understand these basic things, something as simple as when you have to ID and when you don't, you need to go. Both of these guys need to be put in jail for the crimes they committed against Kansas City. Imagine the other hundreds of thousands of people they do this to out there on a daily basis. And the idiot says it. All we need is reasonable suspicion, which is true. But what do you need reasonable suspicion of? A crime. He's thinking he can just mumble the words, oh, well, we have reasonable suspicion, so give us your ID. He doesn't even understand what it means. He thinks if he says it, that's just word is bond. You have to do it. That's how dumb these guys are. And clearly they were wrong. If they made him sit in jail for 2 hours and somebody made them bring him back, that's clearly a big violation. Because you know what? We see people's rights get violated on a daily basis. And this never happens. Even when they're 100% wrong, they're still charging them, and then they're going to deal with the great courts. You know how these guys always say, well, if we mess it up, court will fix it, which is absolute.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, when the cops mess it up, or yeah, it'll be fixed, it'll be dismissed. Yeah, you thinking right? Wrong. Because you got dirty prosecutors and politicians and judges that back the blue and stroke the ego of cops. So yeah, so they just want to get a conviction, make a name for themselves as well too.
100% false. Court does nothing.
And plus, you got the fact is, you get people that wrongfully charged. You got innocent people that are sitting in jails to this day. I mean, hell, there's innocent people sitting in prison on this day to right now that are wrongfully convicted because of a dirty cop, a hungry ego, bigot prosecutor, and a hungry egotistic judge.
But try and charge you and cover these crimes. This fool really said you're not going to find anybody more in lockstep with your constitutional rights than me. Then arrests him for not IDing when he doesn't have to. When there's no crime and there's no reason for them to even be there. He's dispelled whatever their concerns were. He talked to them for 8 to 10 minutes before this. They clearly know he's not doing anything wrong, and yet they're so dumb and their ego's so big, they still arrest him. And he brags about 17 years, all the stuff he studied, thousands of hours, right? All this stuff he has to research, but he doesn't know the one piece of case law that he supposedly needs right now because it doesn't exist, because he's making it up. And it's true. That's all they want to do is run his name and make sure he has a warrant or
Yeah,
doesn't.
they're
have
just
one.
hoping
And
that he
they're
has a
praying
warrant.
that he does so they can grab him up and take him. There's no other reason. He's already on their body cameras. He's already on the cameras from the building. So if anything happened afterwards, if he was quote unquote casing the place, they would very easily know who it is. It's not like he hasn't been out there with a camera.
Yeah, you know what? Like I said earlier, if he was casing in place, he would have had his camera right next to the window, scoping it out and stuff like that. But he wasn't even near the building. He was in the parking lot. And there's cameras all around the parking lot. So he was, for them to sit there and speculate he was casing, how can you insinuate someone's casing in place when they're just trying to walk around the parking lot, taking pictures, whatever they want, filming buildings and trees and, you know, light posts and whatnot? That's not
all
casing.
around that city, all around those towns. Then he goes, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you had the right to leave at any time? And he says, yeah, why wouldn't he? And I agree with him. They never accused him of doing anything at all. They got a suspicious call. They never said you can't leave. They never said you're detained. So yeah, as a free citizen being out doing nothing wrong, I would assume he could feel like he could leave at any time. And yet he brags about all this stuff, all this thousands and thousands of pieces of case law and all this research.
Yeah, he is some case law. All right, let's show this up. I need to get to one more piece before I get out of here. Okay. Bailey, Thorne. Okay, 2402, stopping a suspect. Says that without making an arrest, a law enforcement officer may stop any person in a public place whom such officer reasonably suspect has committed, or is about to commit a crime. There it is. And may demand of the name, address, a suspect, and an explanation of suspect's action. 2. When a law enforcement officer has stopped a person for questioning pursuant to the section and reasonably suspects that such officer's personal safety requires it, such officer may frisk such person for firearms or dangerous weapons. If the law enforcement officer finds a firearm, weapon, or other thing, the possession of which may be a crime, evidence of crime, such officer may take and keep it until the completion of questioning, at which time such officers shall either return it if lawfully possessed or arrest such person. Here we go. I found this on David's other channel, America's Worst Cops. Yeah, young man obliterates old cops' logic. Yep. Give me a second. Let's read a couple of these comments. Actually, this comment actually handed the guy a lawsuit on a silver platter. The judge and jury only need to see this video. Check, sign. Yep. This cop is disgraced up to the badge for 17 years. This piece of shit has been violating citizens' rights. Disgusting. And you know this cop has probably violated hundreds, not thousands of people while under oath for 17 years. Outstanding job of not giving the ID. Standing strong in a cell is tough. I hope you get a check for the violation of your rights. Once there's no laws being broken, these cops should have left that man alone and left the area. Exactly. 17 years down the drain after one mistake. As much for knowing hundreds of laws if he doesn't know the First Amendment. Hell yeah. That's 100% fact right there. This cop is saying he's been violating rights for 16 years. So crazy, this cop didn't understand ID law and the Fourth Amendment after so many years. And qualified immunity, yeah. The moment cops truly believe that once they get a call, whoever the call was about loses all rights. Complete ignoramus. Well, John, good citizen. And city master cop needs to be spending. This guy definitely made the dumbest cop. Yep, sure did.
QZB
17 years of poor job performance. They need to give him a raise. That didn't take 2 hours to figure out that violated rights. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, arrest me or F off. Yep, that's a good one. Yeah, I saw this on a different channel. This guy's 17 years in the force thinking he knows it all. He's with the dumbest cops I ever witnessed. Yeah. That's part of yeah. Here's a good one. Yeah. Kansas City Accountability did an outstanding job. Tyrant Bailey, 17 years abuse and violated people's civil rights is despicable. In addition, when given this chance, this POS Bailey to be professional, a man and honor his oath to the uniform badge and his own ignorance and honest for once up on returning KCA back to where he was arrested, he chose to further make himself look more ridiculous. Surely his family and colleagues are ashamed of him. At a minimum, he needs to be demoted to a regular cop, their personality. I think he needs to be fired. He did trample on his rights. Yeah. Then the other cop made stupid lies saying, he was casing the bank, which he wasn't.
Into this one from somebody called.
Then Josh is so fucking stupid and doubles down with that narrative.
Out to Roger, he says,
And then Frauda Troll, aka Josh, and his little feeble minion tripled down in that narrative.
mbasedrive.com at Aura. Alright.
Is this coming from them? Yes. Ooh. Okay.
Asking guilt-seeking questions, dude. No, your ID is not a guilt-seeking question. You need to do some more studying, big guy. Did you collect this property yet? I don't have another room. Thank you. You got a cell phone?
Wow, do you hear that statement by Bailey? Oh, you need some more do study, big guy. I think you need to do more study yourself there, Officer Bailey, because you don't know jack shit about the law. You fucking tyrant, jacked up bootlicker fuck. You don't know shit about law. 17 years unenforced, huh? And you still don't know the basics of what First Amendment is, dumbass.
I am going to stop your recording.
So as the camera goes off, Officer Bailey is still trying to get my name. And I got to keep informing these two boneheads that minus a crime, I'm not legally obligated to provide my ID. So Officer Bailey have Officer Savage go ahead and take me to jail. On the way to jail, I'm having a conversation with, really not a conversation, I'm the one talking, Savage is not speaking. I'm like, I'm just shocked that you guys making such a big mistake, and y'all didn't even try to come together to call your superior just to make sure you guys are making the right decision. So boom, we get down to the jail, I'm talking to the guy in book, and I'm like, where's your supervisor at? Because I've been requesting for a supervisor the last 20 minutes. You guys are making a huge mistake. Y'all got me down here for nothing. They still trying to get my name. I'm like, y'all gonna have to violate all my rights. Y'all gonna have to fingerprint me. I'm not giving y'all my information. So he asked Officer Savage, what charges do y'all have on him? He said failure to ID. I'm letting the guy know. Failure to ID is a secondary crime. Was the initial crime that I committed where I was required to show my ID that I didn't do so. So boom, they throw me in the holding cell. I'm in the holding cell for about 2 hours or so. The guy finally comes and get me. I think he's gonna book me in the jail. I come around the corner, I see Officer Bailey. I'm like, what'd I tell you? What'd I tell you, Officer Bailey? I'm like, man, where my stuff at? They give me my pants or whatever. I'm like, where my phone? Where my camera? Where my camera and stuff? They didn't want to give me that. They didn't want me recording inside the jail. I'm just guessing. They're like, we gonna give you all your property to Officer Bailey. You about to go with him. Officer Bailey, like, I'm not gonna put you in any handcuffs. I'm just gonna drop you off back to your car. I said, no, you're gonna drop me right back off where you picked me up at. Where you picked me up at, I went to jail in front of everybody. So you're gonna drop me off in front of everybody. So on the way back to the location, Officer Bailey ain't even man enough to be like, you know what, man? I apologize for what took place. I was wrong. It was wrong. I apologize for what I did for you. Instead, he just completely silent. And when we get to the location, he's trying to drop me off way in the back of the parking lot. You guys are going to see. I'm like, this is not where you picked me up at. He said, this is good enough. He said, this is good enough, so I run.
Yeah. And here's what after they dropped him off.
Accountability or transparency. There are no consequences enough to make them want to stop this type of behavior. They know how rough it can be to take the ride, challenge it in court. On top of that, the hurdles to bring forth a civil.
Okay.
So yeah.
We're gonna hear Dave's take.
Final thoughts. This cop blatantly violated this young man's rights. The sad thing is, cops are doing this with impunity. We have enough videos on the internet that proves cops are operating however they want without fear of accountability or transparency. There are no consequences enough to make them want to stop this type of behavior. They know how rough it can be to take the ride, challenge it in court. On top of that, the hurdles to bring forth a civil case. They know they aren't personally responsible for their actions either. For the most part, cops get away with these things and it makes every other cop look bad. If there are any good cops out there, leave a comment. And also let those pro-cop channels know there's a pattern of behavior that can be fixed. They should also talk about these things. Our channel has actually provided possible solutions over and over again. We've uncovered certain patterns. We've helped plenty people see the truth and get empowered, sometimes to pick up a camera and do the same thing in their communities. Make sure you guys go over and subscribe to the original channel, let them know.
And I'm going to do that right now. Boom. I just subbed his channel right there. Give him a sub. Guy's doing good work out there. Heck yeah. I want to hear what Josh's stupid fucking narrative say. It's not a long one that we're going to get out of here. It's laughable. You're going to laugh at this.
All right, so if y'all like what y'all see, y'all want to see more content, y'all want to support me, I did this for y'all.
So you did this for y'all, but at the same time, there's your Cash App at the bottom left for the entire video. Stop playing games. You didn't do this for y'all. You did this for your wallet. Just like every other frauditor out there. So anyways, that's it for the video. Let me know what you think about this one.
Oh, God, you're fucking dumb. You're dumb, dude. So what if people want to flash their Cash App or BitChute or PayPal like that? Dude, these good auditors and, people that they're going out there, cop watching like that, yeah, they have a Cash App, but they're not saying, oh, please, hey, can you send me money? No, if people want to send money to them, so be it. They want to maybe show them good work, man. Come on. Just like if you get a podcaster or somebody who does good videos out there, and they flash out, he's services, he's a fucking, he's scheming on that. So, no, nobody's trying to fucking bootleg like shit like that. I mean, I've seen videos out there where people putting their PayPal, BitChute, and a Cash App out there. They're not telling you, oh, I need money, please send me money. But they say, hey, if you like my work, you can send me money. You don't have to. But it'd be nice. I mean, like some of these people that do stealth camping videos, they say, oh, if you want to donate, you can send a couple bucks to appreciate my work. Yeah. They're like, nobody's holding a gun. It's like, oh, please, send like that. I mean, none of these people out there, the frauders are like Newstown Patty, Joey, and Brooke and those. They're always begging for money, and they're doing it for the wrong reasons. Why? Yeah, piss off taxpayer pot. Kevin Bradley. Trying to get it free of his lawsuit like a dumbass. But there are good people out there doing the right way. Good First Amendment auditors and cop watchers. So these little damn blue line lickers saying back to blue, back to blue, back to blue, only blue lives matter. Fucking moron. But yeah. All right, that's your video. I'm out of here. Much. Peace out.